All right. Well, good morning for those tuning in live, and good day, or good night, or good whatever have you for everyone else. So this is day 2. Only going to be streaming for a couple of hours this morning, but I am really hoping to move things along in the game better than I did yesterday. And that's I still totally want to chat with whoever wants to jump in a chat and ask questions, but I think that I could do things on my end to make things go a little bit faster. Definitely changing the scout spawning ability should make a significant difference. But I'm hoping to kind of streamline my thinking and my decision making as I'm able. Good morning, Balmy Leader. Yes, you are the first. Welcome. Thank you for coming out. Okay, so we left off and we're on the hero's turn. So Thundar the Barbarian is going to go. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I did have everybody jump that trap, and everybody must have done well enough to survive at least. So here we go. And once again, we are trying to kill Ulug, the person responsible for the imprisonment of Sir Ragnar. 180 gold coins to be divided among my group once he is killed and we get out. So, search and destroy, baby. So here we go. 1, 2... Let's open up this door and see what I would immediately see. Let's see, where's my empty doors? Oh, here we go. Here, I should put my drink over here. Oh. So we put that there, and then he's not going to see anything yet until he steps out. So let's see, I was over here, right? 1, 2... 3, and then what does he see? Anything? Well, he does see another door here. And the corridor ends right here. Any monsters yet? No monsters yet, but he can also tell that this corridor ends here. And I think that's it for this hallway. So when I'm doing a dungeon crawl in video games, I do the drag your hand along the wall thing. I think some people just simply call it you hug the wall. Hey, Backlog Vault, I'm good. Thank you for asking, and thanks for coming out. So yeah, whether it's a video game or a tabletop game, I mean, if I'm the only player, otherwise, you know, I need to consider what other people would like to do. But when it's just me, I systematically crawl dungeons by dragging my left hand against the wall. So, and as I play, you know, I mentioned this in probably both of the last 2 quests that I played, I do have to give up some degree of mystery in terms of how the game plays out. I'm not overly familiarizing myself with this map. I'm not looking at it more than I need to, but neither am I imagining that I will experience surprise in the same way, and I've made some adjustments to help to counterbalance that. But whether I knew the map or not, it's still just embedded in me as a dungeon crawler to systematically make a clean sweep of the dungeon, to search every room for treasure, get all the loot and treasure we can before we get out. So that's how I'm going to do it. That's right. I was like, wait, should you search for traps? No, we don't do that in this version. Traps are generated. Oh, crap! But here, he stepped into here, didn't he? And then I have to try and trigger a trap. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threat. And we're going to trigger a pit trap. Dang it! Oh! I shouldn't have my barbarian going through doors first. He's a big oaf. So he has to roll lower than his current mind points. He has 2 mind points. I have to roll a 1 to avoid this trap. Crap. Okay, and now everybody has to jump that trap as well. So, you know, I can't surprise myself with traps, but just this guaranteed springing a trap in front of doors really makes it crappy for my party. So it certainly doesn't... I don't lose challenge doing it this way. So I do need to put a trap tile down. I guess I could, I could go back to that, rolling to see if a trap is sprung to retain an element of surprise, but I don't know. I think I've been auto-springing them the last 2 quests, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to do that for now. So the barbarian does take 1 point of damage. That brings him down to 6, so he's still doing plenty fine. Let me see what the healing potion count is. I think everybody's doing good. Barbarian has 4. The elf, who I've named Tanis as in Tanis half-elven from the Dragonlance books. So Tanis has 2, the dwarf has 2, and Eldorast the wizard has 2. Oh, and my dwarf is named Dogrin, which is, I think, a name that I made up. It's the name of, yeah, anyway, I won't get into it. It's a dwarf name I think I made up. Anyway, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about our potion situation, especially with the barbarian having the most right now. That's probably wise. So, he fell in the pit. His turn is over. Elf up next. And let me see, is there a better angle where you guys can kind of see more of the heroes at work here? Let's try that. So Elf still has to jump this. He does have an advantage because of the rule change I made to Acrobat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I mean, like, do I really want him to be the one that's going in first? I don't. I think I would prefer the dwarf. What's the dwarf's? Well, his intelligence isn't much better. I mean, by that logic, if I want to put somebody that really, I think I just need to keep the barbarian going first, and it's gonna suck, but that's just how it goes. So what he wants to do is go here, but I have to avoid rolling a white shield on a single combat die for that to happen. And I did not. So he actually does not go there. He joins the barbarian here in the pit and loses 1 body point, bringing him down to 4. And his turn is now over. Now the dwarf is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'll put him off to the side here as well. That's what he wants to do. Has to avoid rolling a skull. He does not, so he joins them in the pit. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. And it's right in the middle of that corridor. They're going to have to jump that pit more than just this once. More than just this once. Okay. Elf in the pit. So that, or dwarf in the pit, sorry. That brings him down to 4. Hello, Eldorast. Welcome to the chat. He says, "It pleases me to know you named a character after me in this game." Well, I'm glad to hear that, Eldorast. All right. So let's see here. Now Eldorast has to try and make this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just stop. Yeah, I'll just stop there. So you gonna biff it? Don't roll a skull. The only one wise enough to look where I'm walking, idiots. All right. So that's the end of Eldorast's turn. Zargon, no enemies to play with, but he does get another threat. Now, at this point, I definitely have enough threat to spawn a monster. Do I want to do that? I think it's, what is it, 5 threat to spawn a monster that's equivalent? Oh, jeez. Well, let's see. I was going to say the wizard's exposed, but I can't spawn within line of sight. It would have to be around the corner. You'd have to fight the barbarian first. Barbarian would be at a disadvantage. I think we might do that. Or would it be nastier of me? No, it would be nastier of me to save that threat to spawn as many pit traps as possible. Because look at this. I mean, this is terrible on my party to have this many pit traps. So no, I'm going to save it. Okay, so now we refresh. Balmy Leader asks, "You like Legos?" I don't. I've never really been Yeah, never really been drawn to Legos. My boys both like Legos quite a bit. But I think that I don't have the prerequisite mechanical mind. I don't have like any of an engineering brain in me. And so, yeah, not really my thing to try and... I would, like when I was a kid, I would take Legos and try to build things creatively. I wasn't interested in following the instructions and building this pre-made thing. And that's a lot of what the Lego hobby's about. It's not about necessarily being creative. It's about, building these big themed sets off of Star Wars or whatever the crap. And that just has no interest. I'd rather have the finished action figures that don't look so blocky and actually look more realistic or whatever, So, yeah, not really into building. I just like to play with my action figures, which is a lot of what doing this kind of thing's about. That's, I think, my board gaming interests and my video gaming interests are just kind of like this gradual evolution of playing with action figures as a kid. Now it's just action figures with a set of rules surrounding it that creates a little bit of resistance and drama and discovery. All right. So, Barbarian gets to get out of the pit. 1, 2, 3. Let's just move things along. Open the door. And pull this back a little bit. What do we got going on in here? We have another door here. And then 2 orcs. And this is small and white. And this is clean and bright. And they both look happy to meet me. Anybody get that reference? My boys just saw that movie for the first time with my parents on last weekend. Okay. So he moved 1, 2, 3. He can get in there and start mixing it up. And I kind of think might as well. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, wait a minute. If he goes in there, a trap is going to trigger. No, so scratch that. That's not the plan. He's staying put. That's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Elf gets to jump out. 1, 2, I guess 3, 4, and he'll just stop here. And is he going to do anything? You know what? Well, crap. If we cast Rock Skin, let's hold off on Rock Skin, because the Barbarian's likely to take a hit from pits before too long. Once this threat goes away, then maybe I'll do Rock Skin. Okay, so the elf is done. The dwarf gets out of the pit. 1, 2, 3, I guess. He's done. Elderast is going to stay put. Now it's the monster's turn. So this orc moves forward, and he gets 3 attack dice on the Barbarian. 2 skulls. Sorry, I got to move this back and give myself a little room to roll. So 2 skulls on the Barbarian, who gets how many defense dice? 3. Come on now. Oh, crap. Okay, so he takes 2 hits. That brings him down to 4. And the other one can't attack, so that's the end of Zargon's turn. Oh, I forgot to give some threat. So, 1 threat to the pile. And we start at the beginning of the hero's turn. So now Barbarian. Definitely going to go at it here. Gosh, does anybody have like a potion of battle or something? No, I guess not. That lets you attack twice. It'd be nice for him to have that. Not for this battle, but for something in the future. Oh, nice. 4 skulls. This orc is toast. And he drops a healing potion. Okay. Good. Let's see. So that's it. That's all he can do. Do I want to have the elf go in and possibly trigger a trap? I don't think I do. I think we're going to skip everybody Yes, we'll give Zargon a threat. Now, at this point, you know, if I was really playing Zargon to try and win, I would just wait it out. I would say, I'm not moving, you move. And I would just allow myself to gain threat and force the heroes to come through the door. But I'm not playing like that. I do want to create a challenge for the heroes, but ultimately, I'm interested in the theme of the experience. Remember, this is me and my action figures having an imagination, an imaginary story. And orcs are not going to be that tactical, I don't think. At least not in this setting. So he's going to move in there on Zargon's turn. Zargon does get another threat. And the orc attacks the barbarian. 1 skull on the barbarian. Rolls 3 defense. And does get 1. So he defends. Very nice. That's the end of Zargon's turn. Now we come back to the heroes. Okay, barbarian. In it to win it. Love that upgrade of a broadsword, which brings him to 3+1 attack dice. Oh crap! Didn't help that time though, did it? Dang it. Alright, I think he needs to move at this point. But there's nowhere to move! Without having to jump a pit again. Dang it. Weird. Oh, let's see. This is a weird scenario. Using my Reckless Charge or Acrobat moves, I could try to move through this space, but doing so would probably trigger a trap. Well, it does say at some point in the rules that monsters don't take damage from traps, so that's not going to be to any advantage. Dang it. Okay. I guess we'll just cycle through. Zargon gets a threat. The orc attacks the barbarian. Dang, 3 skulls. What the crap? Brutal. No shields. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, barbarian's down to 1. And barbarian's turn. Now come on. Come on, barbarian. Gotta make it happen. There we go. There we go. 3 skulls. He only gets 2 defense. He's got 1 body. He's gone. And he drops nothing. Okay. That is more what I want. Alright, Scott J says, jump the pit! I'm already going to have to do a lot of pit jumping, so I'm not going to seek out pits to jump. But like with the rules I'm using, pits are going to be showing up in front of doors all the time, and my party's going to have to be forced to jump over so many pits that in a standard game of HeroQuest, I would easily be able to avoid. Good gravy. Alright, so that's the end of the barbarian's turn. Now he can move, but he's dumb as a brick, so we are actually going to have Elderast go in first. Because the thing is, if someone makes it through, if the first person to pass over a trap is smart enough to dodge it, then the trap is still there, but it hasn't been sprung yet and can be disarmed. So I am going to wait. I'm going to have Elderast go through. All he has to do is roll less than a 6 on 1 combat die, and he can avoid having the trap sprung. I mean, I'll spend the threat, because it's definitely going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! Yes! Okay. Yeah, I like I like having added that rule. I like anything that can add mind points, a use for mind points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them right there. Now we do have a trap there. I doubt I'll forget, but this is just what I do as a habit to remind myself of where the traps are when they're found. So that's the end of Elderast's turn. Zargon gets a threat, but nothing else happens. We refresh all the heroes' turns, and now the barbarian is going to do nothing. He's going to sit tight. Elf, let's not push it. Elf's going to stay put too. Dwarf's going to get in there and disarm this thing. Anything but a black shield. Anything but a black shield. Come on now. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So this trap is no more. Beautiful. That's the end of the dwarf's turn. Wizard's not going to do anything. Zargon gets a threat. Already have enough threat to try and spring another trap. Got to try and stay ahead of that. All right. Let's refresh everybody. Back to the barbarian's turn. So let's see here. He'll go 1, 2, and I think... but the wizard is like freaking right there. I guess he'll just go 3. Let's keep things moving. And he's going to open up this door. Oops, oops, oops. That goes there. This goes here. What do we got in here? We got a cupboard. We've got a door. We've got 2 goblins. Oh, you know those orcs, I forgot to check and see if they were actually orcs or not. So let's see if these goblins are actually goblins. There are 2 of them. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll and see what they are. Oh, let's see. 4. Okay. Instead, they are 4 kobolds. Good gravy. Okay. Do I still have the stats out for those? I do. Gosh. Now, when I say 4 kobolds, do I mean 4 of the figures or 4 kobolds total? Because the kobold figures, they come in pairs. This is from Descent. I can't remember if it's 1st or 2nd edition. I think it's 1st edition. And so there's always at least 2 of them. And I put a note saying 4 kobolds. Let me get out my goblin stats and kind of compare and try and remember maybe what I was thinking in terms of what I was basing the stats on for kobolds. So here's what we have for the stats for both. Attack 2, defend 1. So a single kobold group unit has definitely more defense. Body 1, mind. So you swapped. It looks like you just swapped. Yeah, these guys. I have to have meant 2 units for a total of 4 kobolds. So let's just do that. Yeah, let's just do that. All right. So once again, these guys have steel, which can, if triggered successfully, will take away 25 gold coins from the hero that they are, next to. And swarm, which is automatic. That's for every other enemy next to the hero they're attacking, they get 1 extra combat die. So let's see here. Barbarian was, what, here? Or was he in the pit? I can't remember. But he should be able to get in there and start mixing it up. However, he's an idiot, so I don't want him walking in the door. I want the wizard to do that if at all possible. So he's going to stay put. That'll be the end of his turn. Bomulator asks, do you like action figures? Nice, me too, but honestly, I like Legos more, but you do you. Yeah, I mean, I did as a kid. I don't collect them, but yeah, I definitely as a kid, that was my main type of toy. Masters of the Universe was a big one for me. Transformers as well. Probably Masters of the Universe first. And then I collected... I shifted into superhero action figure collecting, or like toys, not collecting really, but those were kind of the toys that I played with. And then when I phased out and was done with those, around the same time, I was starting to get into video games more and more as a hobby. I don't think that's coincidence. But I played with action figures. Regularly, I played with them at least through the end of elementary school. And I think in junior high, that wouldn't have been something I advertised. But like more scarcely through 7th and 8th grade, that's when I was really starting to discover comic books and video games more. But I think the last time I remember playing with action figures was in high school. And for me, high school would have been 10th, 11th, and 12th. They've shifted it now, so it is 9 through 12 here in Mesa, Arizona. But at the time I was going to high school, junior high was 7 through 9, and high school was 10 through 12. And so there was, I don't think my senior year, let's see. Yeah, not my senior year. It would have been my sophomore or junior year that I just, in the silence of my room, pulled out action figures and started doing something. And then I felt a little stupid, or I just, not stupid, I was just like, nah, this isn't fun, and I put them down. And I was feeling a little bit embarrassed, even though nobody could see me. But I think that was the last time that I, in earnest, really tried. Now, as an adult, have I picked up guys and, like, in the privacy of my own office, gone, I feel like once, maybe, just to see what it felt like. But I can't remember when that was, but I think it's probably in the last handful of years. Alright, action figures are cool. But video games, tabletop games, they are the new version of that for me. Alright, I gotta be careful. I can't do long-winded answers like that. I gotta keep things going here. Thanks for the question, though. So yeah, he's staying put. They're all staying put. They're all staying put. Kobolds aren't smart enough either, so they're gonna charge. They're gonna come at the door. So Zargon's turn. Get a threat. Kobold. They can't take advantage of Swarm here. They could take advantage of Steal. And the Barbarian certainly has coin to steal, so I think I'll take a crack at that. This activates on a 4 through 6. Does not activate, so that's an unsuccessful steal on the Kobold's part. And I think the other Kobold will stay put. Let's refresh all of our heroes now. Barbarian. Take a swing at this Kobold in front of him. Oh my gosh, he's rolling terribly. All white shields. All white shields. That's disgusting. I'm starting to think about whether or not the threat situation could get out of hand. I don't know. I don't know if there's much I can do about it. Alright, so we'll just skip everybody's turns here, I think. Is it time to put Rock Skin on the Barbarian? If I'm determining that I'm not going to have him go in first, then that does reduce the likelihood of him losing a hit point to a trap and having Rock Skin canceled. I don't know. I'll wait a little bit longer. So, enemy turn again. This time they'll be just a little bit smarter. They're going to attack. That's 1. Barbarian defends. But now he's going to move, and this Kobold will come up and take a crack at it. 1 skull. And this is tricky. I don't like... Normally, I have a whole separate rolling surface that I roll on that is not in the mix with all the figures and on the board and stuff. But when you're streaming, I want you guys to be able to see when I'm rolling. But it's definitely weird and not convenient. What just happened? Did I roll? Did something happen? I think he rolled and missed. Is that what the Kobold did? I don't know. I'm moving along here. So that's the Kobolds. Did I give myself a threat? Let's do that. And then back to the Barbarian's turn. Come on, Barbarian. Come on. That's more like it. 4 skulls, scratch 2 Kobolds. Did they drop anything? No, they don't. Okay. But that is definitely more like it. So he's done. We'll cycle back around. Sure, give Zargon another threat. Kobold comes up. Let's try stealing again. That's annoying. Yes, he totally got it. So, ugh, man, I hate that. Like, I hate that more than, I think, than losing health. I got to get my calculator out. 144 minus 25. Okay, 119. Terrible at math. 119. That's what he's got left. Okay. So, back to the barbarian's turn. Freaking give me my money. Although, I guess the kobolds aided or something, because it's possible they will not drop coins when he kills them. I'm not sure how that works. It's not really thematic. Yeah, but if I change the rule and say that they can get the money back if they kill them, then that's going to make it way too easy to get the money back, and the stealing thing will just not have the impact that I really want it to have. So, I don't know. I'm going to say that they eat it and plan on retrieving it later. And the heroes, like, it's not that they won't debase themselves to cutting open an enemy and looking inside their entrails to find stuff. It's like they don't have time. They're in a dangerous environment. They don't have time to go through that whole process. 3 skulls. Okay, he can't survive that, right? No, he has 3 defense dice, so it is possible. It is possible. Man, these are spry little suckers. But not spry enough. There it goes. And we got 25 coins. Awesome. Great. So I'll put him back at 144. Very nice. Okay. So... did I lose track of turns? I have no idea what's going on. Okay. This is really tricky. It's really hard for me to multitask. I mean, I wouldn't stumble and forget what I was doing and what was going on if I were not thinking out loud and thinking of streaming and the different things that I have to make sure are working and checking the chat and da-da-da-da. This is like, you're probably thinking to yourself, how does this guy successfully play any board games? Well, I do it by not streaming. All right, let's see here. Backlog Vault says, I have noticed in your videos you do a good job articulating yourself and not going on off-topic rants. Really? Have you been watching this one? Is this something that comes naturally, or did you have to work at it? Do you use a script? In video content, yeah, well, you're talking about my videos, like, as opposed to this. Yeah. I do tend to go off-topic and rabbit trail on the podcast, because there are parts of that are off-script. But when I'm making, like, most of my YouTube content is on a script, and that's because I tend to rabbit trail so much, and so I spend a lot of time thinking and trying to figure out how I want to express myself. And that's not to say I don't go off script. I do regularly go off script and add little supplementary thoughts and things like that here and there, but the script is really important to keep me focused and moving forward with the line of thought that I want to express. But thank you. I'm glad that you feel that way about the videos. Okay, so that must have been the barbarian just killed him. He's not going to move. Elf is not going to move either. We're skipping to the wizard. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just less than a 6, dude. Nice. Okay, so the wizard, Elderast, has located the trap, and on Zargon's turn, Zargon gets a threat. Oh, but I do have to discard 5 for that trap. Jeez, I've already got 5 threat ready and waiting for the next one, though. Tricky. So we'll refresh all the heroes' turns and skip Barbarian and Elf. Well, the Elf will at least kind of move in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting just a little bit crowded there. And then the Dwarf is going to move in and try to disarm. What did we get? Oh, crap.
Summer insanity.
Liberate butter.